Have you ever stopped to wonder just how much money is flowing through our government every single month? Here's a shocking fact. In just 1 month, Social Security paid out $132 billion, with a B. Meanwhile, the U.S. Treasury was busy stacking cash like never before. In this video, we're going to break down the real numbers, what they mean for your Social Security, and whether we're headed toward a financial storm, or already in one. So buckle up, because these facts may surprise you more than the headlines ever could. If you're new here, I invite you to hit that subscribe button and be part of a growing community that cuts through the noise and gets straight to the facts. And if you've been here before, thank you for trusting this space. If you find value in what you hear today, a quick like would go a long way to support the channel. Now let's get into it. Every few days, headlines scream that Social Security is going bankrupt, or your benefits are getting slashed. It's fear-based messaging designed to grab attention. But what's the reality? These rumors aren't just misleading. They're exhausting for the millions of seniors and disabled Americans who rely on Social Security to survive. When the truth is buried under panic, it's hard to know who or what to trust. That's why it's important we look at actual numbers and government disclosures to understand where things really stand. Let's be clear. Social Security is not ending, and your monthly benefits are not going away. Yes, changes may come, but eliminating the program outright isn't politically or practically possible right now. It's simply too large, too integrated, and too important. This program is the financial backbone for more than 70 million Americans. If you're tired of clickbait headlines and want real clarity, please like this video. And don't forget to subscribe, so you never miss future updates that cut through the noise. Here's something most Americans never hear about. In April 2025 alone, the U.S. Treasury pulled in $850 billion in revenue. Yes, that's in just 1 month. Think about that. $850 billion in income, almost like the federal government was running a mega corporation. But that's not all. After expenses, including essential services and programs, they still had a net gain of $258 billion. Most households would be thrilled to have that kind of financial cushion. This gives us an idea of the scale we're working with when we talk about Social Security. The government isn't exactly broke. It's just facing competing priorities. The numbers show that the Treasury is stacking cash, even as political rhetoric implies we're on the verge of collapse. So if anyone tells you Social Security is broke, remind them. The Treasury just cleared a $250 billion surplus last month. If this surprises you, give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more Real Talk updates like this. Now here's the flip side. While the Treasury was building its reserves, Social Security was doing the opposite. In April alone, the Social Security Administration sent out $132 billion in direct deposits to beneficiaries across the country. That is the largest single expense the federal government had that month. It's an eye-popping number that shows just how critical this program is. Think about it. $132 billion in 1 month. Not over a year. That's the cost of ensuring millions of seniors, disabled individuals, widows, and children have a roof over their heads and food on the table. So when you hear talk of cutting Social Security, remember how many lives would be devastated. If that perspective helps you see the bigger picture, smash that like button and make sure you're subscribed. We'll continue shedding light on these overlooked realities. You've probably heard the phrase, "too big to fail," thrown around, especially after the 2008 financial crisis. Big banks like J.P. Morgan and Goldman Sachs were called that because if they failed, the whole economy would shake. Now apply that same concept to Social Security. With over 70 million Americans depending on it, can the government really afford to let it collapse? Short answer, no. The scale of this program is staggering. It's a lifeline for retirees, people with disabilities, widows, and children. Social Security isn't just another government line item. It's a pillar of American society. That's why any changes to the system have to be done carefully and strategically, not recklessly. If you agree that Social Security is too important to gamble with, please like the video and subscribe to keep this conversation going. Let's zoom out for a moment and compare. While Social Security accounted for $132 billion in spending in April, Medicare wasn't far behind with $82 billion in monthly costs. And here's the real kicker. The U.S. government also paid $89 billion just in interest, money that went absolutely nowhere except to service the national debt. That's nearly $1 trillion per year in interest alone. So when lawmakers say, "We can't afford to keep Social Security as is," it's fair to ask, why are we blowing billions on debt payments every month? What if that money went back into vital services like Social Security and Medicare? If this gets you thinking differently about budget priorities, hit the like button and let others know why they should be subscribed. We're diving into truths that aren't always in the headlines. Here's the baffling part. Despite Social Security and Medicare being the largest and most essential programs, they're barely a blip in many political conversations. We hear more about tax cuts for corporations than about securing Social Security for future generations. That disconnect should concern all of us. These programs are the safety nets millions rely on, and yet they're treated like afterthoughts. This isn't just about money. It's about values. Why isn't it a national emergency when our most vulnerable citizens feel uncertain about their next check? This silence from Congress speaks volumes. If you believe that protecting Social Security should be a top priority, please like this video and subscribe so we can keep amplifying these issues together. Here's a surprising statistic. In March alone, 80,000 more people filed for Social Security than usual. That's not total applicants. That's above the monthly average. So what's going on? Are Americans worried the program won't be around much longer? Is this a panic-driven rush to claim benefits before possible cuts? This could be a red flag. It suggests a crisis in confidence, not just in policy. People are unsure about the future, so they're jumping in early, hoping to grab their slice of the pie while it's still there. If you found this shocking, please give this video a like. It tells us more than polls or speeches ever could. And be sure to subscribe so we can keep tracking and explaining these shifts in real time. So what does all this mean for you and your family? First, it means that Social Security is still strong, but we need to stay alert. The program is critical, but it's under pressure, both financially and politically. If you're not already receiving benefits, now's a good time to stay informed on what changes could come down the line. Second, it's more important than ever to be financially aware and proactive. Whether you're close to retirement or just starting to think about it, knowing the numbers and the politics can help you prepare for the future. If you've learned something new today, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed. This channel is here to break it all down for you, week after week. We've covered a lot today. $132 billion in 1 month, the Treasury's cash stockpile, Medicare's rising cost, and the troubling surge in early Social Security claims. All of this paints a clear picture. Social Security isn't just alive. It's essential, and it's too big to ignore. The only question is, will we act to protect it before it's too late? If you value these breakdowns, please subscribe to the channel. And if today's video helped you see things in a new light, share it with someone you care about. Your parents, grandparents, or neighbors. Let's make sure the truth about Social Security reaches every household that depends on it.